Hey everybody, welcome to Bama Blind. This is Beverly, and I just wanted to tell a little short story about you don't look blind. And it just happened the other day, and I know I look much more, I'm unable to focus on things and people. Like right now, I'm looking at where I think the camera might be, but I don't really know that the camera's there because I can't see it. So I sometimes when I turn my head and my eyes follow a sound, people think that I can see. So and I gesture and I do faces, I smile, and sometimes I raise my eyebrows and, I roll my eyes. And anyway, my husband and I had gone to the veterinary's office, the veterinarian, the other day to get Gretchen, my seeing eye dog, her prescription medication. And so I was in the waiting room, and Gretchen was in harness with her leash on that says Seeing Eye, and with her harness that says Seeing Eye. And so we were sitting because they had to call and get the prescription done from the Seeing Eye Institute in New Jersey. This was our first time to have to refill the medication. So I'm just sitting and waiting in the waiting room. It's a small waiting room. My husband's up at the window, and he's giving them the credentials and the credit card and that kind of stuff. So I'm just sitting in there, and a lady walks in, and she doesn't have any animal with her. And, there's maybe 15 chairs in the waiting room. And so there were probably two other people in there, and I had explained to them that you can't pet, we had had our whole conversation about guide dogs and seeing eye dogs, and that they're for the blind and you can't pet them. And the kids seem to know, no, you can't pet it because it's a working dog. But this lady comes in, and she's rather young, and she walks in front of me, past me, and then sits like 2 seats down. And then she said, "What a beautiful dog." And I said, "Thank you." And Gretchen is a very, very pretty dog. She gets those kind of comments all the time. So I said, "Thank you." And she said, "Oh, are you here with somebody?" And I said, "Yeah, with my husband. He's standing over there." And, I didn't know what. And she said, "Oh, is it his service dog?" And I said, "No, she's my service dog." And the lady looks at me and she goes, "Oh," she said, "Well, if you don't mind me asking, what's your disability? And because I'm interested in what your dog does for you." And I said, "Well, I'm blind." And she said, "You're blind?" And I said, "Yes, I'm blind, and this is my seeing eye dog." And she goes, "This is your dog?" And I said, "Yes, this is my dog, and I'm blind, and she's a seeing eye dog." And she said, "Well, what does she do for you?" And I said, "Well, she guides me so I don't run into doorways, and so that I can find chairs, and so that I can walk independently." And she said, "And you're blind?" And I said, "Yes, I am, certifiably." So I just thought I would share that. It does my heart good to sit with people like that and educate them, because I like to break the stereotype. I have no idea what the stereotype is. I was just sitting in a waiting room, but I have the feeling that my eyes or my head might have followed her as she went by, as it's just a habit of mine. I don't, stare straight ahead, or I try not to just look up, even though looking up, might give me even a better sense of where I am. But I don't do that because it really doesn't do me any functionally vision better. But I just thought that was a funny, very, very recent story. And so I guess I still don't look blind. And Gretchen still is my seeing eye dog. And I'll talk to you next time, everybody. Bye-bye.